Sup, it's Hallie, and welcome back to Switcheroo. When we last left off, we were doing Yuri's route in Act 2, but we couldn't save, so I redid all of it up to the second poem, and now I only need to pick one more word for us to continue along with what we were doing. But before I do that, there are actually a few things that appeared in the files I needed to look at, because from what the developer told me, the special poem that kept not showing actually appeared in the game directory instead. But there were a couple other files there I needed to look at too. The first one's a text file that says "shut up." And it says inside, "Roses are red, violets are violet. Since I can't delete your memory, I'm putting you on autopilot." So I guess that's what's been happening to FemC, if it wasn't obvious enough from the console being used and stuff. There's another one called Caged Wolf. A caged wolf is an anxious beast. I'm sure they meant anxious. She'll pace restlessly. She'll rip at the bars. She'll dig at the concrete beneath her feet. For weeks or even months, the wolf will pace and rip and dig. A relentless and tenacious beast is the wolf, but after a time, the wolf begins to relax. She ceases her incessant pacing to lie down a while. She sits with her face between the bars, quietly observing her surroundings. Yes, she will occasionally rise and pace wildly. At this point, she realizes it's futile. She accepts that she's never going to be free again. Until the day she's determined to be free, then she'll rip that cage apart and come looking for me. I'm the one who put her in there, after all. And the next one is what I do believe is probably the actual poem that appeared. It's called Ghost Under the Light, but it's not the one by Yuri. In the room with the blue-green light walks the ghost with the glowing eyes, haunting the present, stuck in the past. You better hope she doesn't find that knife. Okay. There was also a file called It's Getting Hot in Here, but it's not a specific file type, so I'm going to try turning it into something and see if it's openable. I've made it a text file. Okay, it's blank as a text file, there's literally nothing in there. Actually, let me just see real quick. Properties. Okay, the file is 0 bytes, so something tells me there's actually nothing hidden there at all. It's just a file called It's Getting Hot in Here. I'm sure we'll find out why in just a little while. Autopilot 2.0 installed. There's probably going to be a lot of skipping on this one, unless they copy-pasted the whole exclusive again. But we'll see.
Absolutely. I planned on it anyway.
Okay, let's start now. Let's just find a place to sit. I don't mean to sound so forceful. I'm sorry. I've just been so restless lately.
Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy.
Yes, but I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this.
Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath and pulls the book out of his bag.
Skip time?
Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if we make some tea first?
Not at all.
Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and walks to the closet. I follow and watch as he retrieves a pitcher from the shelf, the kind with the filter inside.
Could you hold this for a second?
Yuri hands me the pitcher and fetches an electric kettle.
I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and then I'll go get some water.
He walks past me and sets the kettle on the teacher's desk. I simply watch his movements. His broad shoulders and long torso make Yuri appeal like magical.
Okay, may I have the water pitcher?
Here you go.
Thanks, I'll be right back.
I might as well go with you.
Oh, don't trouble yourself. You stay here. I won't be long.
Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom.
We gonna burn again? We gonna burn? We gonna catch fire? Is it getting hot in here?
What's that sound?
Oh, it's getting hot in here! Oh! Fire, man! Ah. Yeah.
Goodness.
Blah, blah, blah. They copy-pasted it, dang it.
It's been over 10 minutes. Anyway, we should sit on the wall or something.
Blah, 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 blah. Press blah, 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 blah. Come on, man. Come on. We gotta get through to the actually new stuff. Day 3 where this all happens again.
Oh, we sit on the floor today.
Yeah. Looking at my figure, and I'm fine with it. Humans both relax a little. We found the one part of the wall that isn't totally trashed. Let me talk about the ghost a little bit. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait a second. Did he actually tell us, like, the story about her before? No. We heard this before. Surely we did. Well, I could have sworn it was Natsuko who told us the first time. Maybe we didn't hear it from Yuri. Alright, hold on a second. I think I will just recount this real quick.
I suppose that makes sense. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. He opens the book and I find out I'm having a very difficult time seeing the text from here. I can't really see.
Oh, is this better?
He scoots closer until he's pressed against me. He holds the book so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, my left arm is practically resting on top of his leg. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? How is he supposed to focus on reading like this? We both make an attempt to put on intense reading expressions. After a few moments, we both relax a little. We read quietly for a while. Suddenly, I feel a chill breeze snip the back of my neck. I shudder a bit. It must have been more than I thought, as it seems to have caught his attention.
Are you alright?
Yeah, sorry, I just felt a random chill in the air.
A random chill, you say? Interesting. Perhaps the rumors are true.
Rumors? Not to mention something about rumors the day he brought me here. But he didn't say what they were.
Are you curious to hear what the story, Hallie?
He smiles knowingly. I am, actually.
Very well, the story is... A girl killed herself up here last year.
A chill runs down my spine. Killed herself?
That's right. She was a strange girl. Kept to herself. Didn't have any friends. She often spent time up here alone, reading. Some say they'd heard her or hear her talking to herself in different voices. She had given up on people, finding solace only in her own mind. One day she came up to school with a large kitchen knife. She came up here to this very room. People heard her yelling, like she was arguing with someone, but no one did anything that day, you see. It wasn't unusual for her to come up here and talk to herself. They didn't even find her until Monday. The door was locked from the inside, so they had to kick it open. And when they finally got inside, they found her in a pool of her own coagulated blood. She had stabbed herself to death, and her body was here all weekend. Some even say it took her all weekend to actually die. It was quite the grisly scene. This entire section of the school hasn't been used since. It's believed her spirit still haunts this room.
Oh God, that's terrible. Yuri laughs a little.
Of course, it's just a rumor. Who really knows if it's true or not? Oh, I didn't frighten you, did I?
No, of course not. Again, the bitter cold chill runs across my neck. Without thinking, I lean into Yuri even more. Sorry, it's just cold in here, and you're just really warm. Yuri's expression breaks and he begins to tremble. He starts to breathe heavily.
I can't, Allie.
Shh, Yuri. Suddenly, I forcibly grab Yuri and pull him to his feet. Our teacups get knocked over. Here we go again.
Allie.
Once in the closet, I press myself against Yuri's torso, wrapping my fingers around the sides of his jacket. Yuri. I felt this since the day I joined this alone. There's something wrong with this room, Yuri. I don't know what it is, but every time I get down to this room, my heart starts pounding. You feel it too, don't you? It's driving me crazy. Can't focus on anything, but I just feel so safe in your arms. Will you keep me safe, Yuri? Will you keep me safe?
Allie, I...
Whoa! I was gonna suggest we share our poems now, but I'd hate to interrupt your little game of 7 minutes in heaven.
I'm not really sure what led to this, but I'm very embarrassed about the compromising position Satori has just caught us in. I gently release Yuri and stand to the side. Satori grins at Yuri.
Need another potty break before we start, or would you rather just finish in the closet?
Lascivious cad.
Yuri growls this as he shoves past Satori and makes his way to his desk. Still feeling awkward, I try to rush out next. But Satori thrusts his arm out in front of me just before I can leave, blocking my path.
So, when is it my turn?
It's not what you think. So move. Like Yuri, I push Satori out of my way and head for my desk.
So it was subtly different. Not totally different, but subtly. I showed Yuri, because we totally love Yuri.
I can't tell you how excited I am for this. Let's see what you've written for today.
Yuri stares at my poem with a surprised expression on his face.
Allie, this one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly?
Well, he did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even his hands appear sweaty.
You have no idea how happy this makes me. It's so amazing to feel like I'm valued, Allie. I cherish anything you've written by your hand. My heart is throbbing just holding it. I want to write a poem about this feeling. That's not weird, right, Allie? I'm sorry. I'm having a harder time than usual at concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed. But right now, I just want you to read my poem too. Okay?
It's Socket again, but I'm not gonna read it again.
It doesn't really matter what it's about. And it seems you can skip this, so why don't you go ahead?
Hey, Natsuko, you want to see our poem today?
Well, it's not really any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either.
Oh, well, at least it's not a complete train wreck.
No, but there's still plenty of room for improvement. Just make sure you find a little bit of influence from everyone. I think you're at least being influenced by Yuri a little bit, aren't you? I mean, I know you've been, like, spending time with him or whatever. I hope you're actually trying to improve your writing and you're not just trying to impress him. That would be kind of pathetic. I think it's nice to have activities that we all participate in. So you better keep working hard. Satori and I are just as good at writing as Yuri is. You should really try to learn something from all of us or you'll never get better. Anyway, here's the poem I wrote.
Trevor likes dolls. I'm not gonna read it.
Not bad, right? I mean, the message was pretty straightforward after all. You can tackle complicated issues using simple analogies. And I wrote it to be easy for anyone to relate to. I mean, anyone can be annoyed with perfectly harmless people. Whether they annoy you because they're good at everything, or because they have some kind of guilty pleasure or hobby that just happens to annoy you. But that just makes people envious and petty. Who cares how talented someone is or what kind of things they're into as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy. I think people need to learn to respect others regardless of whether or not they're good at something or like weird things.
Well, for what it's worth, I respect you.
Well, I guess thanks. It's kind of obvious that you respect Yuri more, though. But just so you know, Yuri has this little problem. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. See, when Yuri gets too excited, he finds a place to be alone and starts burning himself with a cigarette lighter. It's really messed up. He even brings a different one to school each day, like he has a collection or something. I mean, he doesn't smoke, and he's not depressed or anything like that. I think he just gets some kind of high from it. It might even be like a sexual thing. But the point is, it gets worse when he's around you. So I think you should stop spending so much time with him. It's for his own good. And you know what? You could spend time with me or Satori, too. I may not be tall and buff, and Satori may not be all that polite, but at least we have it together in the head. Yuri's vice isn't just harmful to him, you could be in danger as well. Just, you know, please be careful.
Well, thanks, Natsuko. That came across as rather sincere. Hi, Satori. It's really not that bad either. I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
I'm glad you noticed my efforts.
And to be fair, even the smallest amount of effort seems tremendous when my expectations for you were so low. See, I'm wondering if he's actually responding to, like, the values a Satori poem would have had. I didn't really pay attention to what words I picked, but that seems like a more positive response than some of the ones he said before. So good job there.
Well, it worked.
Yes, quite the accomplishment. Anyway, check out my poem. No! I said no. Bye. Get lost. Just hit OK, okay. Oh. Guess that replaced the Just Monica scene from the original. We have unlocked a special poem. Is it the dot? Well, we already saw the dot. I'm skipping it. Winter dot. Yuri, you're still like way over here. How did you end up over there? Like how? Arson. His favorite word. Electricity. Meager. Extraordinary. I was informed that that was actually Yuri jumping down there, and now that I caught a glimpse of it, it did appear that there was purple hair. It wasn't Mateo after all. But what's Yuri doing down in the corner? Do we even want to know? Whirlwind. Strain. Also, I wonder if he has like a scary chibi. That's rare to find. Ooh, we gotta click the glitch word. We can't not click it. There's Yuri for real. Yay! Portrait. Rebound. We got the Ba too. Some classic scares happening right now. Nice. Let's see. Like none of these are suitable for Yuri. I'm gonna go with loud and hoping for the best. So this day should be actually, like, somewhat different. Or maybe it won't be, who knows? We're skipping a bunch of stuff.
Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I take some, or make some tea first?
Maybe later. I'd like to start reading now if you don't mind.
Ah, very well. In that case, where would you like to read today, Hallie?
I don't mind sitting on the floor again.
As you wish.
Like yesterday, Yuri and I take a seat on the floor. Within moments, we're both engrossed in the story. I smile to myself a little and Yuri notices.
You seem to be in a good mood today.
It's just nice, to have the room to ourselves. Yuri smiles at me in return.
Yes, it is nice, isn't it?
I'm just trying to enjoy it while it lasts. Actually, I was doing a bit of thinking. I want to try expressing myself a little bit more.
Something tells me that won't be very hard for you to do.
Well, it's easier for me when it's you who's around.
Ah, that's... I'm glad you feel that way, Hallie. I'd like to see you happy.
You worry about my happiness. That's so endearing.
Haven't we had this conversation before, but switched up?
Yeah, you're feeling this weird deja vu too, right? We sit quietly for a moment, equally confused. A breeze causes the tree branches outside to slam against the window, making me jump a little. And I suddenly remember just how creepy this room really is. Why did I even come back here? My head has been so fuzzy lately, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I think I need some fresh air. I go to stand up, holding onto Yuri's arm to steady myself. Yuri inhales sharply as though he's in pain.